Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
Who says I'm gay? And then what was their mouths? Yeah, pale power. We have returned to the 40s to discover the roots of success. Speaking of roots, how about those African kids, huh?
You are gay. You are.
you are gay. $17 to poop and pee all over these women. Oh look, it's a yellow-headed, pink-tailed booby. Ooh, whoa. I don't want to suck that guy's dick. Look at him. He's got the little belly. He's got the grown man tits. What the hell? Hey. It's time for fun facts. And then what is this? This is a video? Oh, they're Muslim. I see. Hello, and welcome back to Pandering Hour. I am your host, Anthony Martin, and today on Pandering Hour, we are going to be looking at the country of Argentina, ranked number 49 on the Human Development Index. Let's see. So here's Argentina. Let's look at it on a map. Let's take a good look at it. Now, you already know where I'm going. There are a couple of things we can look at off the top, but I think the first thing, the most relevant thing, the number one thing we got to talk about is Javier Milei. This guy is kind of crazy. Javier Milei. Javier Milei, crazy moments. Let's just look at some crazy moments. What can I look at? Best moments. Milei in English. Okay, here we go.
A ver, digamos, ¿por qué nació el liberalismo? Para salir del yugo opresor de los monarcas.
Okay.
Digamos, esta casta que tenemos son como los monarcas y ni siquiera se autoheredan.
Okay. So, right off the top, he's kind of spitting facts. He's saying that we have a caste system. I am very white. One second. A little less white. We have a caste system that is, there's a lot of inheritance among... I'm trying to find the best spot. There we go. There's a caste system.
Son los mismos que estaban en el 2001. No se fue ninguno, estos chorros se quedaron todos. Y hay más, porque además se multiplican, porque tenés que agregar la parentela, sí, porque además tenés que agregar la amante, porque tenés que agregar la familia del amante, y crece, y crece, y crece. Y el bolsillo, digamos...
Here's something that is really confusing to me. It's a, how should I put this? It's hypocritical, extremely hypocritical of me to judge these people who are like he just said, for those of you who aren't watching, who are listening, he said that the rich families and the people who are elected just keep it in the family. So there is a sort of inheritance the same way that monarchs do, and they're just kind of passing it, and they decide who gets to inherit because they run, they run the media, they decide who gets elected, or they run the voting, This is a very similar situation to the U.S., it seems. I'm starting to think that maybe I wouldn't be any better, that it's sort of human nature, because we would think, what's the difference between someone getting elected, becoming president, and doing everything they can to help their family and the people they love get rich and wealthy, when we love watching those videos on YouTube? I definitely see tons of videos where, Mr. Beast gives his best friend a brand new car. Or I just watched a video yesterday of a man who retired his father. Let's pull that video up.
De lo que producen, digamos, de cada...
Time out. Man retires his father. That's the one. Oh my God,
Bounced
Kaiser
from one
Permanente.
doctor
Kaiser
to the
Permanente
next.
can
Did they
eat
even send
1,000
him upward?
dicks.
Wait,
They can
was
eat
I-
1,000 of
Guys,
them.
this might be the most important day of my life. I'm gonna be retiring my dad. That's right, you know him as Psycho Dad. My dad has been there for my entire life.
Oh,
He's
this is the... Okay, so this is the guy who, like... He's like, Dad, don't throw my Xbox in the thing!
never asked for much. He's been in so many thousands
there it
of
is.
videos of mine.
My dad shreds
Let
all
me
my Xbox
destroy
games.
things at his house and has done whatever he could to support me and this family. So after all this time, I want to finally be able to give back to the dude who gave me everything. I know I was able to give him his dream car a year or so ago. I just don't want this man to ever have to work again in his life. I don't want to tell you guys this. I want to tell the man himself. He'll be home from work any minute now.
You're lucky, man. I wish I could have done this for my dad.
I know, I feel that pressure, and I just want to do right by him for once. I just want to make him proud. I hope I find
Let's
the right
skip
word.
ahead a little bit.
The radar's going off.
Yeah, the radar's going off. You're right.
I wanted to talk, like, on a serious note.
Can we talk serious without the camera, though?
No, it's a big deal. So you just got done work?
Yes. You know I'm like clockwork.
Yeah,
Get
well,
done.
how long you work there?
20 years. Why?
I think
Looks like my dad, honestly. With a little bit more hair. And probably a little bit younger.
government,
Yeah.
because we can be clear about that. He works with the government. We try to hide it for a bit, a long time, but yeah. And you've worked
How come I don't look like that? I'd love to have blue eyes. Instead, my eyes are just dim.
a few jobs
I've worked a few jobs,
at the
yes.
same time.
Is this my life? What is it? I mean,
No, you've worked a lot.
yes, I have worked a lot.
For what?
Ever since I was 12 years old, I've had 2 or 3 jobs.
And why?
Because I like money. Got to take care of the family.
And
That's what I've always done.
That's what it's about, because you've always been there for me throughout all the craziness. You know, you've been in all the videos and have believed in me despite not fully understanding it. You were always there, willing to do whatever it took. And I've always tried to show that to you, that I can do that as well. Like, I can work really hard, and you worked multiple jobs, but I don't like that you're still doing it. So I want to retire you.
Why? Why do you want to retire me?
I mean, why?
It's,
Tomorrow's not promised, like, being like super real. Like, we don't know. That's why I gave you the car in 2020. I was scared, and it's 1 year since Uncle Chris, and he didn't get to do what he wanted to do.
I know, I think about him every day.
Yeah, my dad's gonna keep working. Yep. If this thing takes off, he's gonna keep working. He's gonna have to keep that job. And be like, hey son, my dad's even older than this guy. He's gonna. My dad's like, oh, you mind if I come live with you? Nah, sorry, pops. Go clock in at that grocery store. No, I'd probably do something like this for my dad, but it'd be like, Jesus, fuck, God damn it. They fired me for shitting at my desk. Fuck. Come on, man. No, I'm the youngest of 8. If one of my older siblings has got to do it, because I can't be bothered.
Damn day too, and he didn't get to do what he wanted to do.
Like, he was a few years away from retirement, probably in his mind, and he had grandkids and all these things, and I know
Everything to live for.
he used to talk to me that he wanted to travel. He used to drive his motorcycle all around the country, and that was some of the best times. And I feel like you've always wanted to travel and do.
That hits me a little deep. Yeah, my dad always said stuff like that too. I mean, he's still around. He says stuff like that about, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna sell the house, just get a camper, and me and your mom are gonna drive around. And I think that's around the time that, you know, once my dad and my mom retire, and they're driving around this country in a camper, I think that's when my dad's finally gonna kill her. I think that's when he's gonna find a nice ditch, dig a deep hole, and push my mom in there. I can't be sentimental with this shit. Let's get back to the crazy man in Argentina, okay?
Cada vez más chico. O sea, entonces no puede ser que
It cannot be that in a country parasitic... I'm just going to read what he says. Cannot be that in a country parasitic politicians do better than the person who produces. You cannot do better by being a political parasite that doesn't create anything, and when they do nothing, they cause harm. As every time the state gets involved, you get something like the state failure. Look at handouts to fight poverty. They generate more poor people. Look at Argentina's case. The greatest problem in Argentina is a cultural one. This is a society infested by socialism. That we need to do is get socialism out of the people's heads, and main promoters to get these socialist ideas are politicians. Okay. We libertarians are the only... Okay, time out. This is not what I was talking about. He does other... These are like his best moments. He's dancing. This is what I'm talking about. What is he doing, man? He's just... Maybe he's a little bit of a... Wait, what? Why is it so zoomed in on his dong? Holy shit, man. You see that fucking hammer in his pants? Hold on. Hold on. I don't mean to... YouTube's the one zooming in on it, but, like... You can see it flopping around, like, right there. Where is it? Where'd it go? I missed it. Maybe it's the stuff in his pockets, actually. It was, like, flopping around down here. Oh, yeah, that's something in his pocket. That was something in his pocket. I was about to say, like, Jesus Christ! Is this guy perfect? Is this guy... Am I in love with the Argentinian president? Yeah, far-right candidate, Javier Milei. Okay, I don't want videos. Just give me an article or two. He's an anarcho-capitalist. That's what I heard. Okay. What is he doing with the chainsaw? His legion of fans call him the Crazy and the Whig due to the ferocity and unruly mop of hair, while he refers to himself as the Lion. He thinks such education is a Marxist plot to destroy the family, views his cloned mastiffs as his children with 4 paws. This guy from Portland? What is this guy? He has raised the possibility... wait, hold on. And has raised the possibility people should be allowed to sell their own vital organs. He is Javier Milei, Argentina's next president. Okay, that's... Selling your own organs, I don't think, should be illegal. Just because I think that sets a bad precedent, and it's a steep slope when they're like... I understand where you're coming from, where you're like, okay, I'm 18, I have nothing. I need to get ahead somehow, so I'm going to sell one of my kidneys. I'm going to sell, you know, I don't know what else you can sell. What kind of body parts can you sell? Can you sell, or can you live without, I should say. Kidneys, colon? On the large, oh my god. A lung, wisdom teeth, coccyx. Coccyx? The tailbone? Well, reproductive, get the fuck out of here. I'm not selling my dick. That's crazy. You can't, no you can't. You can't live without your dong. Are you guys seeing this? Gallbladder. Spleen. So let's say, okay, let me put my, okay. Let's say I'm going to sell my organs. How much are organs worth? There we go. Oh my god. A pair of eyeballs? Shoulder. artery, liver, heart, hand and forearms, spleen. So 508. Pint of blood. Okay, I'll give out a pint of blood. 337 plus a kidney. 262. We're going at American rates. Small intestine, skin, gallbladder, plus 1219. So $250,000 for your. They're not useless, but you can live without them. Okay. What I would probably do is I'd get a job with health insurance. You can get this pretty much anywhere. I know people are like, no, I don't have a job. If you work at a grocery store, you can usually get health insurance. Most jobs with a union, you could work as a garbage man, as a UPS worker, postal service, simple jobs like that. You could work for Graystar, like I do. Property management, plenty of opportunities to get health care there. Stay there, and then put in for a leave of absence. I think your maximum amount of time can be like a month, maybe 2. Say that you're going to have this procedure done, and they'll hire a temp. You're probably going to want to work there for maybe a year or 2, and then you sell your organs, get that much money, and then invest it. So if you start working at that place when you're 18, and then so you're 20 years old, you invest $250,000. Okay? What can you invest in for $250,000? How should I invest $250,000? Stocks and bonds, real estate, mutual funds. I mean, if you put it somewhere, crypto, yeah. The point is, you can do a lot with that much money. It can basically get you out of poverty. But you have to make sure that your kidneys are in good enough shape. And I mean, they sell organs all the time in Korea. Like, it's bad. It's really, really bad. Organ, not orange. Organ sales in Korea. The sale of human organs is strictly prohibited under Korea's current law. The Organ Transplant Act mandates punishment for anyone who promises to give or receive financial gain or any other compensation in exchange for an organ, or who aids in it or abets another in doing so. Which country has the most organ donations? Spain. Man. Is organ harvesting in Korea real? Yes, it's real. The man from nowhere. And short answer is no. Under no shut up. You're wrong. Lies. From Sewon-ku. I don't believe you. Let's ask some trafficked people if they don't, get their organs taken out. I mean, it's been happening forever. I've been watching movies since I was a kid where they're like, you're in another country and they stole your liver. Anyway, so what does he want? He wants people to sell their organs and whatnot. A few years ago, Milei was a television talking head that bookers loved because he screeds against government spending and the ruling political class boosted ratings. At the time, and up until a mere month ago, hardly any political expert believed he had a real shot at becoming president of South America's largest economy. But Milei, a 53-year-old economist, has rocked Argentina's political establishment and inserted himself into what has been effectively a two-party system by amassing a groundswell of support and his prescriptions of drastic measures to rein in soaring inflation, and by pledging to crusade against the creep of socialism in society. At the heart of his economic plan for Argentina is a proposal to replace the local currency, the peso, with the US dollar. Now I'm starting to think that this guy might be exactly, this guy could be a plant from the US. Just saying. He has, not that we've ever done that before, he has repeatedly said that the only way to end the scourge of inflation, which has topped 140%, is to prevent politicians from continuing to print money. As such, he plans to extinguish the central bank, a self-described anarcho-capitalist. Milei's libertarianism was a novelty for Argentina. He has spoken in favor of loosening the country's labor laws and promoted a vision of a starkly smaller government to boost economic growth. That entails eliminating half the government ministries, including health and education, as a symbol of deep cuts he champions. He has at times campaigned with the revving chainsaw in hand. So he's not cutting anything. He's just like, yeah, yeah. Let's see it. Wait, what? I accept or I accept. I accept or I accept. I'm good. What kind of bullshit is this? Hold on. I want you guys to look at this bullshit I'm reading. Do I accept ads or do I accept ads? Do I want ads or ads? Whose ads do I want? Do I want ads or ads? Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. War against ads and advertising. Let me see. Reducing the state's size dovetails with his calls for the political caste to be purged from Argentina's government. Much of former U.S. President Donald Trump spoke of draining the swamp in reference to entrenched establishment. Milei has often drawn comparisons to Trump, a leader he openly admires. Before entering the public spotlight, Milei was chief economist at Corporate America, one of Argentina's largest business conglomerates. That, among other things, runs most of the country's airports. He worked there until 2021, when he won his seat as a lawmaker. Milei doesn't just see himself as a right-leaning politician, but also as a culture warrior with a mission of shaking up the Argentine society. Some of Milei's propositions appear to echo more conservative Republicans in the U.S., with his fiery, profanity-laden rhetoric has already lifted him to prominence in the global culture war that at times overwhelms political discourse in the U.S., neighboring Brazil, and elsewhere. Milei opposes feminist policies and abortion, which Argentina legalized in recent years, and has proposed a plebiscite to repeal the law. He also rejects the notions humans have a role in causing climate change. And this guy is a fucking plant. He denounced Pope Francis, who is Argentine, as an imbecile for defending social justice and calling the head of the Roman Catholic Church the representative of malignance on earth. In the same vein as Trump's slogan, Make America Great Again, Milei has said he will return the country to an unspecified period of greatness. Argentina is going to reclaim the place in the world that it should never have lost, Milei said at his victory rally on Sunday. What? When was Argentina ever like a big anything? Okay, so this guy's definitely a little nuts. Shocking moment. Argentine President Milei is nearly struck in the head by a bottle as a second video shows the attacker. Look at these fucking ads. That's so crazy. Go away. By a second bottle as the second video shows the attacker throwing it before disappearing into the crowd. Argentina's President Javier Milei was never was nearly struck by a bottle on a parade route moments after he's sworn in as head of state. Video footage shows the Argentine leader sitting next to his sister, Karina Milei, in a Mercedes-Benz convertible, and federal police agents walking beside it on their way to the Casa Rosada. The presidential mansion in Buenos Aires. I want to see that. Let's see this fucking presidential... God damn, the pink house. Yes, man. Hell yeah. It's gonna be crushing pink in this house. Look at that. Look at this, man. I like it. I like it. I'm about it. Long driveway, big driveway. I'm into that. That's pretty dope. This makes the White House look pretty shitty, huh? It's got like a little courtyard here, a little courtyard there, a little courtyard. Is that a pool? Are those pools, or is that to let the light in? It's pretty dope, man. I like it. Okay. Glass container flew past his head and hit one police officer, Guillermo Armento, in the neck. The police officer was removed from the caravan and received medical attention at the pink house. Following the incident, bystanders at the scene started jeering at the suspect, Gaston Marquezini, 51, but police did not see any motives for arresting him. Buenos Aires Security Secretary Waldo Waff told TN News outlet. Oh, here it is. Here it is. He's hit him in the neck. Fucking liberal. These goddamn liberals ruining Argentina. All right, now let's talk about Nazis. Let's get into the second thing I think about when I think about Argentina. Okay. Just taking down a couple notes. History Channel. Why do Germans come to Argentina? World War II. That looks interesting. I'm seeing. Okay. Let's start with History Channel, and then we're going to go into these other places. After Germany was defeated in World War II, the magnitude of Nazi war atrocities became apparent to the world, many in the party's elite, especially those who masterminded the Holocaust death camps. They knew they needed to disappear. Excuse me. With the help from friendly governments and even the Catholic Church, thousands of SS members changed their identities, quietly escaped to South America, and slid into new lives. Some evaded capture, and others were tracked down and brought to justice. Ricardo Clement was one of the latter. Lightning flashed across the Argentine skies May 11th, 1960, as he stepped off a bus after finishing his shift as an assembly line foreman at the Mercedes-Benz automotive plant. I'm sorry, that's just so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. That is insane. They're like, where are all these... There are Nazis in Argentina? There's a fucking Mercedes plant in Argentina. A German car company that was... You fucking idiot. What? Huh? That's like, yeah, we're here in Argentina. There's rumors of Nazis at the German car factory next to the Schnitzel Hut. Excuse me, young Argentinian boy with blue eyes, blonde hair, wearing clogs. What do you think about the whole thing? And he's like, oh, I'm simply a Argentinian boy, yeah. I know nothing about the how you say Nazis. I've got to go home. I have to practice for Spoopel. Motherfuckers need to be speaking Spanish. Okay. They speak Spanish, right? I mean, yeah, that was... The pink house was literally in Spanish. What am I talking about? As he walked back to his small brick house in middle-class Buenos Aires suburb. I want to see a Buenos Aires suburb. I want to see how good this guy was living. How good was this motherfucker living in Buenos Aires? Alright, not that good. Not that good. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I wouldn't mind living there. That looks a little bit like some areas of Portland. That's pretty metropolitan. I don't know why they're showing this. This place does not look good. Kind of garbagey. Yeah, see? See, over here, it's Dios mío, los Nazis. And then over here, it's like, and we keep the brown peoples over there. They will... Fraulein, cook the schnitzel inside or else the poor people will smell it. Okay. He passed by a chauffeur and two men working under the open hood of a black Buick limousine. Suddenly, Clement was grabbed by the men and hauled, kicking and screaming, into the back seat of the vehicle, which sped off into the night. Everyone involved in the abduction was playing a high-stake games of deception. Clement, who was actually Adolf Eichmann, the notorious Nazi SS lieutenant colonel who masterminded the transport of European Jews to concentration camps, and the men with the limo were Israeli Secret Service agents, part of an elite team of Nazi hunters tracking former high-ranking SS members to bring them to international justice. Eichmann was hardly alone among Nazis in finding refuge in South America after the fall of the Third Reich, according to a 2012 article in the Daily Mail. German prosecutors who examined secret files from Brazil and Chile discovered that as many as 9,000 Nazi officers and collaborators from other countries escaped from Europe to find sanctuary in South America countries. Brazil took in about 1,500 to 2,000 war criminals, and between 500 and 1,000 settled in Chile. However, by far the largest number, as many as 5,000 relocated to Argentina. There's also, if you go on Joe Rogan's podcast, there is I heard about this from that guy he's a UFC fighter. He fought Yoel Romero. He's also in Special Forces. He also went undercover to Argentina, and he speaks Spanish and German, I guess, and he met with a bunch of, there's like a all German-speaking town in Argentina. Yeah. Vatican clerics play a part in aiding former Nazis. I gotta see this. In their attempts to aid Catholic refugees amid the post-war rise of communist regimes in Europe, numerous Vatican officials unwittingly aided in the escape of Nazi war criminals, but some clerics, such as Bishop Alois Hudal, did so with full knowledge of their actions. They're like, good. Get them out of here. Tunnel digging, latke making, yeah. And he's Italian. According to Goni Hudal, an Austrian-born admirer of Hitler who ministered to prisoners of war in Rome, admitted to abetting Nazi war criminals. Specifically, he provided them with false Vatican-issued identity documents that were then used to obtain passports from the International Red Cross. Assholes. Hudal also aided the Franciscan monk in Genoa, Italy, who supplied Eichmann with an Argentine visa and signed an application for his falsified Red Cross passport. That document allowed him to board a steamship to Buenos Aires in 1950 under the assumed identity of Ricardo Clement. The German legal team that examined South American files in 2012 told the Daily Mail that most Nazis who entered the continent did so using forged Red Cross passports, including 800 SS members traveling to Argentina. Some Nazis were never caught. Many of the Nazis who escaped to South America were never brought to justice. SS Colonel Walter Rauff, who created mobile gas chambers that killed at least 100,000 people, died in Chile in 1984. Edward Roschmann, the butcher of Riga, died in Paraguay in 1977. Gustav Wagner, an SS officer known as the Beast, died in Brazil in 1980 after the country's Supreme Federal Court refused to extradite him to Germany because of inaccuracies in the paperwork. Hold on. So it sounds like the government had a hand in this as well. At least some people. Man, that's awful, man. And they were experimenting on people down there. Nazi. Am I spelling that wrong? Is it Nazi? Nazi Argentina town. Bariloche made headlines in the international press when it became known as a place for Nazi war criminals such as former SS what the fuck Hauptsturmführer Erich Prebeck and SS officer Reinhard Kops, known in Argentina as Juan Mahler. Prebeck had been known as the director of the German school of Bariloche for many years. I don't want to do the news because I don't want to get this taken down. Let's look at this article. Culture trip. Culture trip. In case you wanted to take a nice little trip, get some of the culture, man. What are you doing in America? Come get some of this Argentinian culture. Yeah, come down and get some fresh Argentinian food, like Hefeweizen beer and schnitzel. That's all I know that the Germans eat, other than toast. It's common knowledge that Argentina was a safe home. President Juan Perón was a Nazi sympathizer with close ties to other European dictators such as Mussolini. There we go. That's what I just said. I was like, hey, the government had to help them out with this. And he arranged for safe passage for many high-ranking officials to come to South America in the years following the war. Many of these figures found refuge in the Patagonian city of Bariloche. And here it is told, where is that? Patagonian city. So it's probably going to be pretty low, right? Let's see where it is. Ooh, yeah, that's right next to Chile. And it's a good spot considering you're trying to get from here to there. That's like the opposite side of the world. Boom to boom. Across the equator. They went far. Man. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see some of these pictures. Yeah, that looks like a castle. Pointy. Kind of German. Well engineered. Yeah, look at these little... Yeah, that's a castle! That's a fucking castle, dude! Those look like German hold on. Metro... German town. No, not... Wait, what? Where is this? Portland, Oregon? What the fuck? Germany. Garmany. No, take me to Germany. Let's see. Let's just go to Berlin. Let's go to Berlin. Let's see some pics. Show me some pics of Berlin. Okay, this is too... I think this is too metropolitan. I'm not seeing enough. Yeah, this needs to be... And we need a little bit more country. How about Hamburg? Hamburg. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You see the resemblance? Hmm? Where was it? Yep. I'm seeing some resemblances. I'm seeing the points Germans love pointy shit in weird, like, angles. They love geometry. You give a German some shapes, they love wedges in trains. Similar vibes. I'm just saying, these are similar vibes. They love a big clock. Oh, that's beautiful. Maybe I'll go and visit there. They'd like me. I'm big and white. I'll get along well. Looking pretty similar to me, fellas. I think we got them. The big pillars. Do we have big pillars under the water? A little sus. Odin. Are you... Dude, there's a dog. That dog's thing says Odin. There's no Odin in Argentina. Okay. Backing off. Okay. Here there's a story to unfold how they arrived. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa. Any visitor to Bariloche will at once be impressed by the Alpine-style architecture that is present all over the city and region. This is not only due to the climatic nature of this mountainous region, but the proliferation of wood and with which to construct buildings, but also due to the European heritage of the area, which saw many German immigrants settle here in the late 1800s. Okay, so this was already like a German place. This would be like Armenians escaping to Glendale. Yeah, I know what I said. I know why that sounds wrong. I know that Armenians went through their own genocide, and I'm comparing them to the Germans, but just in terms of geography and population. Let's check one of the other ones. I feel like I've gotten what I needed out of this. Heroism in hostile territory. Although the FBI did I actually get any of those? Whoa. Look at these pictures, man. Did I find anything about the experiments on Argentinians? Argentina police, get out of my face with these ads, man. Argentine authorities raided and closed a bookstore selling publications with Nazi and anti-Semitic content online. Police in the capital, Buenos Aires, said on Wednesday, following a 2-year investigation promoted by a Jewish group, the Liberia, Argentina establishment sold books with images of swastikas, iron crosses, and the imperial eagle of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, commonly known as the Nazi Party, as well as the Nazi propaganda texts. We are shocked by how profuse the material is, said Marcos Cohen from the delegation of Argentine Israelite associations, the Jewish group acting as plaintiff in the process. I don't remember anything like this being found before. Displaying Nazi symbols is a crime under Argentine law. Police arrested one person during the raids in the San Isidro district, located in the outskirts of Buenos Aires. Argentina has the largest Jewish population in Latin America, with many immigrating after the expulsion from Spain and pogroms in Eastern Europe, and ahead of the Second World War, during which the Nazis killed 6 million European Jews. Wasn't it more? I thought it was more. Isn't it more than 6 million? After the war, many Nazi officials, including death camp supervisor Adolf Eichmann, also emigrated to Argentina to avoid trials for war crimes. After several anti-Semitic groups emerged in the following decade, in 1994, the AMIA Jewish Community Center in Buenos Aires was bombed, killing 85 people and wounding hundreds. Man. This is long-time beef. And here's the worst part about it. All these gross-looking evil Nazi bastards, then just go back and hook up with, like, Miss America. Oh, that's Colombia. Wasn't it Argentina? Oh, I think I fucked up. Was it between... Oh, it was Miss Philippines and Miss Colombia. So, this is wrong. But let's look at some Argentinian women. Like, this is what they came home to. Indigenous women bill to tackle terroricide and... Oh, yeah. There's got to be indigenous people there. Yeah, that's not... That can't possibly be what the people of Argentina look like. Blonde hair, blue eyes, bullshit. That's more like it. Indigenous women. What's going on with the indigenous people of Argentina? What the fuck? Yeah, white lady. Hold on. I caught something here. What is happening to indigenous communities in Argentina? Indigenous people in Argentina, many of whom live in the northwest region of the country, have been treated as second-class citizens by their country for centuries. Many live in poverty and have the least access to education among the national population. Let's see. Okay. It's almost been 100 years since indigenous tribes of the North Argentina were violently attacked. Hundreds were killed in the Napalpi massacre, as it has come to be known. In a unique trial for the South American country, prosecutors now say that the state committed crimes against humanity. This week marks the anniversary of the events, and the trial's verdict is seen as a step for the country to reflect on racism and violence against indigenous people. Oh. Is it a video? What is... Oh, this is a podcast. We're not watching the podcast. We want to live as human... Just go away. I don't want cookies. We want to live as human beings. We don't want to be considered as strangers in our own country, poor or useless. We want to live without discrimination. We don't want bloodshed. We just want to reclaim our community, said Amnesty International's Felix Diaz, leader of the QOM indigenous community of Ponte Napocna Navajo, I don't know, in the province of Formosa, Argentina. What does that look like? Oh, it's right up there, right at the top. Yeah, this looks more like Mexico to me. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. I wonder what it's like to live here. This seems like a nice, quiet place. Yeah, Juarez. There we go. I want to see some Spanish, god damn it. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. Where was I? For decades, indigenous peoples in Argentina have been treated like second-class citizens, subjected to violence, intimidation, and discrimination, with their human rights ignored. In recent months, their claims and demands have started to gain traction on the political and social agenda in Argentina. Over the last few years, state and private interests, especially those of the agribusiness and extractive industries, have built up enormous barriers between Argentina's native population and their rights to their traditional lands. Sounds familiar. Is Argentina just like South America's America? United States? The UN Special Reporter on Indigenous Peoples has criticized the lack of consultation with the communities that may be affected by development projects and exploitation of natural resources. But it's not just land disputes that cause problems. Rampant discrimination in the country has often meant that their voices are not heard. On November 23rd of 2010, La Primavera's people blocked the 86 national route for 4 months to protest against the building of the National University on what they understood to be their ancestral lands. Police violently broke up the protest, shooting at those gathered on the road. The episode ended tragically with a protester and a policeman dead, several injured, and some houses burned down. That's unnecessary. You don't need to burn down someone's house. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, so they got Nazis, they got crazy politicians that might be planted, and they got yerba mate. Yeah! Woo! Yerba mate is the national drink. Who's the soccer player who loves yerba mate? Who's that guy? This guy. What's his name? Messi. Yeah, Messi's always... Is Messi Argentinian? Messi team. Oh yeah, he plays for Miami now. But wasn't he originally like an Argentinian? Yeah. Messi country? Where's he from? Argentina. Yeah. Good flag. I like the Argentinian flag. It's a good one. Yeah, yerba mate. It's so over the top how much yerba mate I see on social media. They're like, you can just keep drinking it. You just keep adding water. Yerba mate is so good for you. Blah, 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 blah. National hero Maradona. Yeah, this guy, I've seen videos of Maradona. Maradona. This guy did some crazy stuff back in the day. Yeah, look at this. Oh, timeout. This is the FIFA website, so this part might get taken out. He has this awesome warm-up video. Fine. Here it is. Yeah, he's just like, looks like a horse. Look at that. Come on, let's see that again. Let's see that again. Bam. He kicked right at hip level. That's really impressive. His hip ability, dexterity. I gotta say, it's really impressive, but like, use your hands. It's really, yeah, that soccer's cool and all, but like, it's just use your hands, please, man. Come on, just use your hands a little bit. Okay. Virtually all Argentinians hail from Europe. No. No. But okay. Argentina boasts the highest and lowest levels in the southern hemisphere. Gaucho culture. Oh, just cowboys. Argentinians eat very late. Oh, what is it? What's Argentinian food? Yeah, what's this called? It's like a pupusa or something. That sausage? No, that's German. That looks good though. Oh, chimichurri? Get the fuck out of here. Love chimichurri. Love a good chimichurri. Okay. They eat very late. They won't open for dinner until 9 p.m. That is very, very late. The world's first animated feature film was made in Argentina. You'd be forgiven for assuming that this accolade belongs to Walt Disney. But it was a silent film called El Apostol, released in 1917. What the hell is this? national sport isn't soccer. For a country with an entire religion dedicated to a soccer player, you may be surprised to hear that Argentina's official national sport is actually called plato. Plato is a kind of mix between polo and basketball, where two teams on horseback attempt to throw a ball into the opponent's net. That's pretty cool. Any sport where, like, oh my god, that horse is getting demolished, where you're riding an animal, just elevates it a whole other level. Because it means that your combat level is not that of one man, like in football or basketball or boxing. It's the power of a horse. Let me tell you something. Imagine utilizing the full strength of a horse. Like, picture a car with all of its horsepower. You are the horse. The horse is you, combined, fused. You're a horse Voltron. That's a cool sport. I think that's awesome. Yeah. Can I see some video of that? Plato video sport. Oh shit, they're actually wrestling. Imagine getting pulled off your horse and then that guy's horse just stomps you. Are there Muslim people in Argentina? I saw some Muslim people. Like the headbands. Sport injuries? I want to see. Because if you're getting stomped on by a horse, can you imagine that? Knee surgery, knee surgery. No, Plato. Horse. Argentinian plato. I'll start with that. Now this guy is... It's a soccer player. Oh my god, get out of the soccer player's shit. I don't think I'm going to be able to find this. Alright, no more plateau sports injuries, but I'm just picturing like getting stomped on by a horse. Horse riding injuries. Head injury? Oh my god. People get stomped on in the head, or you fall off the horse, of course. Fractures, of course, broken bones. Meniscal? Oh yeah, because you're on your let me see. The meniscus is a piece of cartilage that provides a cushion between your femur, thigh bone, and tibia, shin bone. Yeah, a lot of basketball players would get that torn, and before they would just scoop out the meniscus rather than repair it, and so people would be playing basketball with bone-on-bone knees, which just sounds horribly painful. Wrist injuries, I know about that. I've hurt both my wrists boxing. My right wrist is currently super fucked up. Concussion, back pain, facial trauma. What does that mean? Oh, just like mashing your face against the back of a horse? Most common injury, fractured clavicle, collarbone. Oh! Oh! Top 5 horse riding injuries. Fractured clavicle, lower back pain, fractured metatarsal. Metatarsal. Like one of these? Like metacarpal or metatarsal? Is that it's the bone in the top of your foot. Oh, that sucks. Meniscal injury. Groin strain. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Just losing a nut. Riding a horse. You're just on the horse. Like, da-da, da-da, da-da. Ga, ga, ga. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. But it might be worth it. It might be worth to sacrifice your balls to Voltron with a horse. I'd give a ball for that, just to Voltron with a horse once. It'd be worth it. Alright, I'm going to stop the episode there. Thank you so much for listening. Links in the description. Bye-bye.